They will give you always the best rate.
They connect to Binance, HitBTC, LMAX, and Kraken.
What I like about SwissBorg is that they have an amazing app.
Pow wow, yo yippee, yay guys. Power number 38, super excited to be with you guys today. As always, we're gonna dive into the love of the community, then talk about what's happening on the markets with the Chinese FUD. Then last but not least, we'll talk about the SwissBorg ecosystem, how we are growing, and we are about to have the next AMA next week, Q3 AMA in London live. Shout out to all the lovely Borgers that I saw last weekend in Caprice. It's an electronic festival in the mountains at 2,000 meters high. We had a really great time. I really want to thank all of you guys that gave me a hand five, or just like say it's super cool what you guys are doing, or thank you so much for the trust. Big shout out to all of you guys. Merci beaucoup. Vraiment, c'était très sympa de vous voir. Question of the week: how do you feel with the extreme high fees at SwissBorg? Maybe blockchain could fix this. So, what do you mean by high fees? Transaction fees are actually usually not that high, right? We are doing arbitrage, the smart engine that really enables you to have the best price execution while you're buying or selling your main digital assets. We do as well that with fiat in the best way. And if you are referring to redraw fees, they are a little bit high, but that usually is blockchain costs. So what we have been doing with the product for the last 3 months is that essentially the withdrawal fees will always actually move in obviously in with the benchmark of what's happening with the fees on the gas price of Ethereum. What we have to think about this is that gas prices have been extremely expensive and have been, a little bit, with the London, for example, fork for Ethereum that has limited the fees there on this side. So really decrease the fees, on that side. And I think so going forward with hopefully Ethereum 2.0, we will get to have better fees. Other question from Benji Drone. Hello Cyrus, will SwissBorg ever have its own blockchain in the future? We have to think, what is the mission of SwissBorg? Are we here to build the infrastructure, the highways, the roads? Are we here to build the towns, the cities, the spaceship to go to that next planet? And that's a serious question. So obviously we're growing the team, we're getting more and more amazing, dev guys, product guys, infrastructure guys, security guys, whatever you want. We're getting that competence, and then most probably if we wanted to develop a blockchain or fork a blockchain or build a layer 2 like Stackware or like Polygon or the different things on Ethereum, I think so it could be a potentially smart move and probably doable. But is that really what we should be doing and focusing on? And that's the question I'm asking you guys. Do you think it would be really awesome or not to build a really blockchain or a layer 2 where essentially CHSB holders or a new token will enable you to get transaction fees and building? Or should we build like DeFi protocols? Should we build this smart engine that's totally on cross chains? Is that where we're focusing more? So I'll let you ask the question and let you put the answer in the comments, and on both ways I think so it's definitely very interesting. However, if Ethereum 2.0 comes very soon, that is probably going to be a catalyst that will change forever the course of blockchain. Big shout out to Johanna, super glad to have her. She's part of the wonderful team people. If you want to be part of that team, there's a lot of growing positions, and I'm super excited to have more strong women within SwissBorg. Regarding that, there's more and more people to join our family. If it's a 3-star, you could earn up to $3,000 if you're referring a person that is being accepted for this job. $2,000 if it's a 2-star, and if it's a woman, I'll add extra $1,000 for everyone we recruit thanks to yourself, or just apply to any of these jobs. While we are onboarding the best people all the time, each week they are graduating too. They have to essentially go for a cyber school graduation pitch. And I want to shout out to Valentin that did a great job talking about GameFi. And I think so it's a very interesting subject where we're trying to bring more and more easy, soft, fun things to bring into finance in order to arrive to a really mass adoption. And he has really showed that NFTs have a lot of different games that you start building your different characters, mixing them together. By doing so, you could build indexes, you could build different tribes, you could build different teams, and growing these teams, battling these teams, and all of that. It's a very cool way essentially to get exposure to gamification and DeFi at the same time, which we call it GameFi. So what is the best project that you like, that you would like us to look into, or maybe list one of those tokens within the GameFi industry? News of the week: Coinbase dives deeper into banking by letting users deposit paychecks into their accounts. That's a really cool way. They're doing a lot of ways where people could get bonuses as well in crypto. On the regulated part, obviously Asia has been a big catalyst of talking about how to regulate crypto, and now India is trying to get back into how should we do this, whereas China, as you guys know, we'll talk about it just right after, is trying to ban crypto. Last but not least, Mr. Gox, the crypto trading hamster, beating human investors. We've seen this in the past, that monkeys are better than actually financial traders, but it seems that hamsters too. What does that mean? It means that believe in your instinct, guys. Always believe in your instinct. Instinct is what works for everything. We could have second thoughts, we could have data, we could have a lot of things that could actually, strengthen your instincts. But your instinct will always be the best way to judge if you should go right or left. Always believe in your instinct, because at the end, if animals are better traders than crypto traders or institutional, regular traders, well, that does mean something. It means that at the end, your gut feeling is what you have. So if you believe your gut feeling is the right thing, for example, for SwissBorg, just follow on. Don't listen to people that are always trying to complain about this and this and that. It's normal to have FUD. FUD creates fear. Fear creates opportunities for people to do other things. It's always a way to manipulate courses and then to benefit or actually to lose from it. But if you truly believe into something, stick to it. So this is a big one. The poll before Doge army invasion. We tweeted to Doge or not to Doge. Most of our community members had say, yeah, no, we don't want Doge. Doge, it's a funny thing, but it's just a bubble that has no real behinding. However, Doge Queen retweeted us. And while they retweeted us, this has been the most viral tweet of the history of SwissBorg, bringing it to 1,800 likes. What happened right after is that same poll reversed completely, where 70% got to say we should Doge. I'm asking you guys. I had a very big amount of Doge until like 9 months ago, which I sold, and I didn't miss the big essentially rally. Why did I have Doge? To be honest, I found a wallet that had a big amount of Doge from 2016, and I forgot about it. And then I was like, oh, well, that's actually a certain amount of money. So I was like, okay, well, cool. Now it's worth this. And I'm like, okay, let's sell it. But why did I buy it? I think so I bought it for the same reason I believe into gamification. I believe into Elon Musk. And I believe into this way of thinking that we should not take our lives too serious. Why Dogecoin cannot be bigger than Euro? Because behind Euro you have like this centralized, bank that thinks that in Brussels they could do whatever they want, or eventually, the Fed doing whatever, they're printing money. And you would see Greenspan back then, which was the ugliest guy from, Goldman Sachs, that was, doing a lot of bad things, that became the guy that I will be able to print because I'm a smart man. That's the question I think so a lot of Doge people believe in, is how essentially maybe a fun thing with a noble cause become a bigger thing than what market manipulation, what greed has brought into money. I'm asking you this question. Should we Doge or shouldn't we Doge? I believe Doge has something very strong, which that's why Elon Musk is behind, And I believe that's a good thing. And I believe at the same time is that Doge today doesn't have any real technological advance. So I'm pretty much on both sides of this. I like it, and I understand that there's no strong utility yet. Funny enough, in 2018-19 with Anthony, we said, what is one of the biggest, strongest community we have in crypto? And we said it's Doge. And Anthony and myself, we said, what if we would do like a premium account where we would not have only 50,000 CHSB, but we would have the equivalent in Doge, and how we could bring this community into SwissBorg ecosystem. Who knows if that would have been a good strategy or not, but we did think about that before launching the premium. Now the question is to you guys, Doge or not to Doge? Market updates. BTC down after China FUD. As you guys know, last week again and again, China came on us and say that crypto is banned, and actually asking Huobi and all the different Chinese exchange to delist all their Chinese clients by December 31st. That has been obviously quite a shit show, has brought the 45 support to actually 40,000, and now we're channeling, between that 41,000 to 43,000 as we go, but we still have that resistance at 41,000 support, sorry, to 41,000, and that main resistance at 44, which brings us drawback. On the long run, is that important? I don't believe so. The Chinese will always find smart ways to get into crypto and to leave these different exchanges. Actually, as we were talking, most of these exchanges that had Chinese clients actually have withdrawn that in cold wallets, and most probably in different exchanges where people are still not banned from China. So I do believe that, again, China is playing the dip for whatever reason, is always trying to bring down technology that could help independency and really bring a real democracy into the occasion. What I believe as well is that the SEC has been hitting quite hard, different companies such as BlockFi or as well as Celsius regarding stablecoins, but as well playing a green card of how to bring BTC and crypto to the next play. What does that mean? It's been a year that we're talking about how ETFs on Bitcoin would dramatically bring a huge amount of inflows into crypto. And we know as we talk, there's 13 biggest asset managers in the world that have applied for this ETF to be launched, Fidelity, and among many others. If that's happening in the next quarter, we are probably going to go all-time high with most cryptos. And we're going to be going through another crazy rally. Not say it's going to happen right away, but when it is going to happen, because it is going to happen, we're going to enjoy it, guys. Let's bring this to Ethereum. Ethereum is around a 3K support. It has channeled a little bit down, obviously, with Evergrande and with this Chinese FUD as well. However, what we should look into is that today 16% of Ether supplies into exchange. All the rest is in cold wallets. That means big institutions. And the other actually is playing into DeFi or different NFT protocols. What does that mean? A lot of cash and trusts, a lot of technology being used. These are two very good signs for a nice inflection point. And I strongly believe, again, rather BTC goes into ETF or not, there's a great amount of momentum and trust around Ether, and that's why I believe Ether is definitely a pick to always have. Talking about a pick to always have, CHSB. CHSB, as you guys know, is obviously what we like the most here at this show, but more importantly, in the bottom of our hearts, and I want to thank all of you guys for trusting us. We have lost some momentum. That has due to the fact that the market, the beta is not doing very well, but as well as central exchanges have been dropping. Celsius, Voyager, a lot of Coinbase, and all of that has some negative news where people are going more into DeFi as we speak because it's less regulated and people have a free part to play. Now we're a little bit less than the 20-day and the 50-day moving average, as we could see right here. But the good thing is that usually what happens on these Bollinger Bands. Whenever we hit a low, we then go for a high of the Bollinger Band, right? And this is pretty much always happened all the time. And you see it on and on and on and on. Right now, we're hitting the low of the momentum. Next week's the AMA. There's a lot of good news. Most probably, this will bring a catalyst to help to regain some momentum, some strength and confidence into our beautiful CHSB token. Announcement of the week is obviously BAT. BAT is one of the best open source project. Behind the team, it's the guys from Mozilla that have created one of the best, I would say, browser for internet. If you're not using the Brave browser on your mobile or on your desktop, please do it. It's probably the best way to keep your data anonymized and to get not all these cookies that go for your ads and all of that. It really enables you to protect your data at all costs, and I think so it's really, really good. More importantly, with the Brave browser, you could really track who do you like as influencer, as blogger, and whatsoever. You could get rewards in BAT, but as well give BAT to whoever you think deserves it. And I think so it's a really great way to decentralize the world while keeping your data safe at all time. What I believe as well is that it is today one of the biggest community around the world, and that's the reason why we're big backers of BAT, and we believe you should be part of this great revolution as well. Obviously, this is the biggest biggest news of the week. Our AMA happening October 5th at 8 p.m. CET in London live. There's actually 100 space to look at this AMA live. It's going to be really cool. If you're not in London, it's okay. If you are in London though and you want to be invited, please comment here, get some likes, and we'll make it happen. It's going to be really cool. Like always, you're going to have free, NFTs to get to scan. This is the link to watch it on YouTube. Like always, ask questions on site. That'll be answered. And last but not least, as we really enjoyed our retreat video that we did in, not in Annecy, but in, where was the place I recorded it? In, right across Lausanne. Sorry, I forgot it. In France. Well, we really enjoyed the fact we had a lot of different people talking. So this time we're going to do exactly the same thing. Bring more people into the AMA like that. You have even genuine, better answers across our teammates. So I'm really happy about this and looking forward to see you next week. Another announcement of the week, we got accepted by LinkedIn by being one of the top Swiss startups, number 6 as we speak. Thank you very much for the trust. That really shows again that we are doing the right things across the world. Crypto challenge, you asked it and we are delivering it. We know that some of you were really pissed about the fact that there was too much points going to referral. You know what? We listened and we dropped the referrals. You cannot earn 3,000 points anymore for referring, but actually 1,000. 1,000 points, and that is capped to 10,000 points per the series number 2. So that means if you refer 12 people, you will still only earn 10,000. You're asking me now, Sarah, like, well, but what's the point? Wasn't the point actually to grow our community and as a tool of edutainment, but acquisition tool as well? Well, here you go. We have a new price for yourself. So people referring, you could actually refer whatever you want. You get only 10,000 points, but you're on a second competition leaderboard where all the people that were for more than 50 people will earn almost up to $2,000 spread out to all the people within that 50 plus invites. So I think that is really cool. That really brings it a more fair place for people that actually are not very good at referrals and people are very good at actually risk management and trading. And like that, we combine both of the communities being very happy and making sure that you learn your earn in the most fun way. SwissBorg app and some lovely data, 485,000, 1.4 billion, which is not too bad. Great, crazy stats here. CHSB or BTC, neither of the two are actually the biggest assets that we're holding. Now it is Ether with 28%. That is a really cool one. Master of yield. All assets we have, you're yielding it. And that's 1,000 people. That is probably the coolest NFT you should get rewarded. It really shows the master of yield. That I really enjoy that. I really hope that you guys are the master of yield as well listening. I am. And I think so. It's really cool to be yielding on everything. You are the true yodlers. Or yodalers, like yodalers. And anyway, I really think that yodalers, that's actually quite fun. Hey Marco, please make a meme, or Roman, please make a meme out of yodalers. Talking about yodlers, that's another NFT that you guys deserve, and I really guys want to thank the trust that this for me is the reason why I do everything, and I think so that's the reason why everyone at SwissBorg does everything and so hard, and how much love we put into our work is the faith, the trusts that you guys actually put into us. You saw our token from 30 cents go to 150, from 150 go back to 60, and probably 60 cents to go to whatever X amount of dollars. But regardless of that, you've been yodeling. 46,000 people have got into the yields and never left it. That's more than 2/3. That means how much trust you guys have into our community, in our ecosystem, or in our vision, in our mission. I think so democratizing any industry is something really hard. But by making it fun, fair, and community-centric, this really shows that you are the real Borgers. So congrats to you guys. Congrats to us. And really, again, a really strong respect. Even gives me the goosebumps, as you can see. And I really want to thank you for that. So again, big love to you guys, and massive respect as well. Last but not least, the most successful article, therefore, has been the yield on CHSB, which makes sense. Yields in wallets, pretty much the same thing. A little bit losing some momentum on the assets overall in SwissBorg token because the price has fallen. If not, pretty much stable as we speak. Not much really to say here. We're at 900 million as we speak today. Weekly data about SwissBorg, a little bit loss of momentum on this premium, only 345, but still a good number. We need to preserve that 500 barrier. That's very important. Regarding the yield, it's pretty much the same thing as we speak. The price same as well. Protect and burn, we had a mini burn earlier that brought our token a little bit over 61 cents, and we only have 115,000 SwissBorg token holders, so hopefully could bring this to 120 by next week. Which brings us to SwissBorg Community Index. Is it 7.9? Is it 8? It is 8.1. 8.1, I think so. Big shout out again to, yes, that wonderful social media explosion, which means that next week we have to grow even more for this AMA. So make sure to be really responsible there. Pretty much everything did great besides CHSB lost some momentum on trading, but as well the price not doing too well. So a little bit dropped there, but overall we've grown from last week, which is really good. Very comfortable to say that next week's probably going to be an awesome week with AMA. Tomorrow night is Crypto Night with James Bowater. James, by the way, if you're listening, awesome mate. I'm coming next week to London. James is a good friend of ours, a really smart person, most probably the coolest journalist and one of the wisest, if not the smartest, in the crypto space. He's backed by Crypto AM, the really cool newspaper you got guys in London, only about crypto, happening tomorrow night. So please watch and tune in. Subscribe to our wonderful Crypto Night channel as well. Talk about suggestion. Powwow is always the tool that communicates between you and I. So make sure to ask any question below here in the comments. Like, subscribe, blast that notification bell, and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever you want, Instagram, myself, my brother, or as well any other people around. And big shout out today to all you lovely guys on Twitter that are always doing so many cool things. I love it. For me, before going to bed, I do that every night. I just check out on Twitter. I'm like, oh my God, he made a new GIF. Oh, this new meme, this new post, this new cool message. I always enjoy it so much. Thank you so much for all you lovely Twitters. Lovely community again. I really want to thank all of you for the trust, the love, and the fact that we are connected not only on a number game, but on a philosophical and almost family type of frame. And I think so, you know, what is success? It's that. It's to take an idea, to create the best community, to serve that community as much as you can, and make sure that we're aligned around it. And that is what we're doing. And that's how success brings and always pays dividends on the long run. We will have people on the short run that will be unhappy, and the midterm sometimes could be as well unhappy as well, but the real people were in for the real long term. And we have shown always diligently that on the long run, what we're doing at SwissBorg always works. There's gonna be some dilemmas, some things that don't work, but on the long run, we are here because we believe and we're doing the right steps with the smartest people such as yourself. So from my bottom of my heart, I really want to thank you. As always, guys, be healthy, be wealthy, and love our CHSB. Take care, guys, and see you next week in London AMA Q3. Ciao.
Through SwissBorg, all assets will have a fiat gateway. And here is the thing.
Premium features gives you zero fee trading.
It's an amazing fiat gateway.